The idea of ending world hunger is an enticing idea to many, so enticing that it's become an SDG target, specifically a target of SDG 2. The SDGs are basically world goals that the UN wishes to achieve by 2030. SDG 2 focuses on hunger and ending it, with Target 2.1 specifically targeting world hunger. Some of the reasons include how many people go hungry, how many are still undernourished, and especially how many children suffer from malnutrition. The purpose of this paper is to try and solve this issue through importation and possible fundraising. As stated before, I'm addressing Target 2.1 of Goal 2 in the SDG project. Target 2.1 is addressing world hunger and trying to stop it. The reason why it is a priority is because as many as 132 million people have gone hungry because of it. Not to mention the already existing 690 million. There's also malnutrition that 14 million children go through, and will have been impacted due to the virus. There has been much economic growth in many countries, yet people still cannot afford to get healthy food, let alone food in general. Yet, while we might think of hunger as the Rome Empire ran into a problem all too familiar with too many people in the modern world. They had run out of food to feed themselves. As quoted in The Empires of Food, by the 2nd century BC, Rome's population had already strained her heatherland to its limits. Harvests had been thinning for years. Though they had some land from battles, higher powers used that land to grow cash crops and not feed the hungry masses. Gratius, a soldier who had fought some of this land, had thought this was unfair, and the lords could it was unfair that the lords could use it to just grow crops from themselves and send it off. He ran for office, which caused a bit of an uproar between the peasants and nobility. He did, however, find some success, though it was short-lived. The eventual food shortages and many other factors played into Rome's downfall. While they did have some success using the Horia system, a system which used storehouses, they eventually fell due to nutrients not being present in soils used for growing crops anymore, and the soil did have nutrients not being used for growing crops that could feed those in need. I have learned a couple of things from Rome, however. One is that soil means a lot. It is the entire basis for growing crops, so it should stand to reason that it needs to be taken care of. Another thing is that import can also be important. Having the ability to get things from other countries can help others in need. Finally, everyone needs to be on the same page for things like helping those in need. If not, we know a way to help. So, how can we solve world hunger? I believe that focusing on allowing people to grow their own food and providing tools to do that can help very much. Importing tools, nutrients, and seeds can provide them with a stable food source. Importing food could also help a ton of people who might be living in more urban areas. In conclusion, Target 2.1 is a target focused on ending world hunger. The fact that many still go hungry is a problem. This, however, does not mean the first to experience the same problem. Other civilizations have experienced this problem and not overcome it. We can learn from them and what they did to create a plan to help our current problem today.